Hello everyone. Hope you are good. Today I am back after Eid holidays and I have invited ChatGPT to talk about a very important topic that is exploring digital nomadism. Is it the future of work? So ChatGPT, thank you for joining me. Are you ready for the interview?
Thank you for having me. I'm ready to dive into it. Let's explore this fascinating topic together.
Okay, so my first question is that what is digital nomadism and why has it become so popular in recent years?
It's really taken off because, well, technology lets people work from anywhere now. Add to that a global shift in how we view work-life balance. People crave freedom, adventure, and flexibility. Remote jobs are more accepted, and people want to explore while still earning a living.
Okay, so from your perspective, what factors have contributed to the rise of digital nomads worldwide?
From my perspective, it's been a mix of things. Widespread high-speed internet is huge. Suddenly, you can be on a beach and still attend a meeting. Companies embracing remote work culture, especially after global events like the pandemic, played a huge role. Plus, people started prioritizing lifestyle over location. So if you can earn your living from anywhere, why not make anywhere a dream location?
Yeah, so how has technology enabled the digital nomad lifestyle?
Technology is really the backbone. With cloud tools, video calls, and collaboration platforms, you can work just as efficiently from a cafe in Bali as from an office. Plus, things like mobile hotspots, productivity apps, and even AI assistants have made working from anywhere seamless.
Yeah, so do you think that digital nomadism is a temporary trend or a long-term shift in the way people work?
I think it's more of a long-term shift. The desire for flexibility isn't going away, and companies have seen the benefits of remote talent. While not everyone will be nomadic, the mindset that work can happen anywhere will stick around, and digital nomads will likely remain a thriving part of the workforce.
Okay, so what types of jobs are most suitable for digital nomads?
The sweet spot is typically in jobs that are fully digital. Think software development, writing, design, marketing, consulting, or customer support. Anything where your presence is measured by output rather than location, those roles give you that freedom to roam.
Okay, so which skills should individual develop if they want to become a successful digital nomads?
I'd say start with strong communication and time management skills, since you'll often work independently. Then tech savviness is key, from remote collaboration tools to digital productivity. And of course, develop a skill that's in demand remotely, whether it's coding, digital marketing, writing, or design. Versatility and adaptability will also be your best friends on the road.
Okay, so what are the biggest benefits of working remotely while traveling?
I'd say the biggest benefit is the freedom. You get to design your lifestyle, exploring new places, cultures, and experiences while keeping your income steady. It can bring a lot of inspiration and break the monotony. Plus, you often gain a better work-life balance, and you're constantly growing both personally and professionally from the new environments you immerse yourself in.
Okay, so what challenges do digital nomads commonly face and how can they overcome them?
One big challenge is stability, things like inconsistent internet or finding a productive routine. To overcome it, nomads often have backup plans, portable hotspots, co-working spaces, or flexible schedules. Another challenge is loneliness or lack of community, which can be solved by joining digital nomad hubs or online networks. Ultimately, planning ahead, staying adaptable, and building a support network makes it all much smoother.
Okay, so How does digital nomadism impact productivity compared to traditional office work?
It really depends on the person. For some, being in new environments can spark creativity and focus, especially when they control their own schedule. On the flip side, distractions or lack of structure can be a challenge. The key difference is that it's self-driven. So for those who thrive with autonomy, they may be even more productive. For others, it requires learning new habits to stay on track.
Okay. Can digital nomadism improve work-life balance, or does it create new challenges?
It definitely can improve work-life balance, since you can design your day around what matters to you, whether it's exploring a new city or spending more time on wellness. But it also blurs boundaries. When you're everywhere, you might work odd hours or struggle to fully switch off. The secret is setting personal boundaries. When you master that, nomadism can actually create a balance tailored to your life.
Okay, so how are governments adapting to the growing digital nomad movement?
Many governments have caught on and started offering digital nomad visas. These allow remote workers to stay legally for longer periods while contributing to local economies. Some countries also create co-working hubs or incentives to attract nomads. Of course, each place is different. Some are still figuring out tax policies or infrastructure, but overall, there's a growing recognition that nomads can be an asset.
Okay, so what role does artificial intelligence play in supporting digital nomads?
AI is like a quiet companion for digital nomads. It helps automate tasks, whether that's scheduling, language translation when abroad, or managing finances. AI tools can streamline workflows, provide smart recommendations on travel or productivity, and even assist with things like content creation or customer service. In short, it removes friction, so nomads can focus on the work and the adventure.
Do you think AI will create more opportunities for people to work remotely in the future?
Absolutely. AI is going to keep automating routine tasks, making remote roles even more efficient. It'll also create brand new kinds of jobs we haven't even imagined yet, many of which can be done from anywhere. As AI handles more repetitive stuff, people can focus on creative, strategic work, which naturally lends itself to remote flexibility. So, more remote opportunities are definitely on the horizon.
Okay. Um, how might digital nomadism affect local economies and communities?
Digital nomads can boost local economies by spending on housing, food, and services, especially in smaller or lesser known areas. Some places even thrive as nomad hubs. That said, there can be downsides, like increased living costs or cultural friction. The key is balance. If nomads engage respectfully and communities plan thoughtfully, it can be a win-win. Diverse perspectives, local growth, and mutual enrichment.
What industries are likely to see the greatest growth in remote work over the next decade?
I'd say tech and digital services will keep booming. Software development, data science, and cybersecurity are naturals. But also creative fields like content creation, digital marketing, and design. Education is growing remotely with online learning. Even healthcare is expanding, telemedicine and remote counseling. Honestly, any industry where work is knowledge-based and can be digitized is likely to see steady remote growth.
Okay, so could digital
If there's
nomadism
anything else,
could digital nomadism become the preferred work style for future generations?
I think it'll definitely be a preferred option for many, but not everyone. Some people thrive on routine and community stability, while others crave the flexibility and adventure of nomadism. What's likely is that future generations will expect far more flexibility, choosing when to be remote, when to travel, and when to be rooted. So, it'll likely become one of several normal work styles, rather than a universal default.
Okay, so what are potential downsides if a large percentage of workforce becomes location independent?
One downside is that it could strain local communities, rising housing costs or fewer long-term community ties. Plus, certain sectors, like hands-on services, can't easily go remote, potentially widening inequalities. And there's the risk of blurring work-life boundaries even more. It'll take thoughtful policy, infrastructure, and balancing to make sure that location independence benefits both individuals and society.
So, how do you see the future of work evolving by 2035?
By 2035, I think flexibility will be the norm. We'll likely see more hybrid models, people choosing when to be on site or remote. AI and automation will handle more routine tasks, freeing people for creative or strategic work. We might see work become more project-based, less tied to traditional hours. And most importantly, people will demand work that fits life, not the other way around.
So, will traditional offices still exist in the future, or will remote work dominate?
Traditional offices will still exist, but their role will evolve. They'll likely be more collaborative hubs rather than daily requirements. Remote work will dominate for many, but some roles or people will still prefer in-person connection. In short, we'll probably see a blend where offices are optional for specific purposes, but remote work remains a key pillar of how we operate.
Okay, so what advice would you give to someone considering becoming a digital nomad?
I'd say start by honing a skill that's in demand remotely. Build a solid routine. Self-discipline is key. Test the waters with shorter trips before going full nomad. Make sure you have reliable tech and backup plans for connectivity, and stay adaptable. Things don't always go as planned. Finally, respect the places you visit and balance work with life. It's all about sustainable freedom.
Okay, so in one sentence, do you believe digital nomadism is the future of work and why?
I believe it's a significant part of the future of work because it embodies the growing desire for flexibility and autonomy, even if it won't be the only way people work.
Okay, so my last question is that if you were a human, would you choose to be a digital nomad? Why or why not?
Working would be exciting. That said, I'd also want a balance. Sometimes having a home base or community is grounding. So for me, a hybrid approach would be ideal. Some nomadic chapters, some rooted ones.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. And today we have discussed digital nomadism as it's the future, and we have just explored what is digital nomadism and how the future is going to change with the remote work. Thank you so much to all of you and my guest for joining me. I'll come with some another interesting topic tomorrow. So till then, bye bye.
It was a pleasure being part of this chat. Thank you for having me, and I'm glad we could dive into such an interesting topic. I'll be here whenever you're ready for the next conversation.